Hi, I'm TC Ryan, and this is the companion video for Practice 12 of 15 Practices for Living the Life You Want. Mindfulness. There's a lot of buzz right now in our culture around the term mindfulness. You hear it everywhere. It's an indication that a lot of folks are finding something about it helpful. And in spite of the buzz, whenever the cultural attention span moves on to the next trendy topic, I think mindfulness practice is going to be here to stay because it's an essential skill in both integrated living and in life-giving recovery. Now, while there's not one commonly held definition of mindfulness, the way I look at it is this. I think mindfulness means learning to monitor your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors so that you're effectively aware of what is happening now. Mindfulness is learning to live with an ongoing awareness of what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and what you're doing. It helps you be aware of the present and stay in the present. Mindfulness won't help lead to immediate peace or a sense of contentment. Actually, sometimes it leads to the kind of awareness that can be pretty intense, even feel distressing. But it's absolutely necessary, and it will eventually help us find calm. This practice will lay a foundation for mindfulness, and it'll give you some direction, and then you will need to figure out actually a practice of mindfulness that works for you. Just know that mindfulness is a very helpful and essential life skill. It's something you'll want to work on and utilize for the rest of your life. When I wrote A Shame No More, in one of the chapters, I spent quite a bit of time on mindfulness, and one of the early reviewers said it was one of the best pieces on mindfulness they'd read to that date. Makes you think maybe I knew what I was talking about. But that was 8 years ago, and I'll tell you, I'm still working on mindfulness, and some days I feel like a novice. Having said that, mindfulness has made a huge difference for me in a positive way of being able to handle life. Working on identifying and handling our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors, and staying present to them as they come along, well, that's challenging work for anybody. But it's especially challenging for those of us who are addicts. See, addiction never really is our main problem. It's always a symptom of something else, something deeper, because our lives have been hurt, have been damaged, have become fragmented. Addiction is how we avoid paying attention to reality. Addiction is how we avoid dealing with our pain and with our discomfort. It's how we miss what's really going on. And so for most of us in our addiction or our compulsive living, we oscillate between living in the past and living in the future. We have trouble staying in the present. Mindfulness is rebuilding the skill that we lost in our early childhood, our skill of being present to what's happening right now. In the book of Psalms, there's a line that says, "We are fearfully and wonderfully made." Your mind is a wonderful thing. Your ability to think, to feel, to choose to act is an entirely wonderful creation. It's just a bit scrambled. And that's where mindfulness can become so helpful. Just be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Work at this steadily, because you are worth it. We'll work through practice 12, and I'll see you again in practice 13. I'm TC Ryan, and thanks for spending this time with me.